I want to know a little bit about like your story, right? Because I know whenever, how, first of all, how'd you meet me? How'd you find out about B&B Know-how, about me, about the team? Let's start there.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be dead honest. I kind of was like scrolling on Instagram, then I came across like the ebook and like put it in your email like to see my story and what you're on about, and like that's what I kind of did, and it's like ever since I've just been intrigued.
I love it. Okay, good. So you saw the ebook, you saw an ad. Now, I remember your story was a little bit different than my normal like clients. My normal clients, let's say they see me an ad, they join the free class, they buy the program, the one-on-one mentorship, they get the property, blah, blah, blah. You were a little bit different, right? You were like skeptical. I remember, dude, I wish, and you know what I might do? I might add our first call because I have computer. I'm gonna add it and I'm gonna have my video guys do like a before and after, like, hey,
Yeah,
before and boom after. Dude, because I remember you were skeptical, right? What'd you tell
yeah.
me? What'd you tell me?
At first, it was like okay, like I remember like the mindset was like okay, these guys are online. I have to think to myself like okay, this could be a thing. This could be real. This couldn't. So like my mind was like in like defense mode. Like oh, I don't know. I can't put in. But like
Mm.
ever since then, since I invested in like I kind of like was kind of learning. Ever since been like okay, wow, this makes sense. Like what these guys are doing is correct. They have a great system behind them, and yeah, ever since I was then, I was like just kind of thinking like, hey, this could be a real thing.
And I think, bro, I think you bought my lower tier package. I think you bought GT Academy. Do you remember how much you bought it for? Because we gave
Like
you a deal. I remember we originally it was
yeah, yeah,
97.
yeah.
I think, bro, I gave it to you for like 10 bucks or a dollar or something
It
like
was
that.
something like
Right.
that. Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, bro, just do this. And then it was like a normal deal. Like on our end, it was like, okay, he doesn't trust us. Let's give him GT Academy because we know that's gonna go ahead and open your mind a little bit. Because I remember I told you, I was like, bro, the one thing that's stopping you is your mindset. Right. I told you that from the beginning. I was like, bro, you're fucking talented. You got everything going. It's just you're surrounded by people that maybe are like, telling you to think small, be normal, get a 9 to 5, work for the rest of your life. Like the normal mindset that everyone teaches. So
Right.
I was like, bro, he just needs to get his mind open. You signed up for GT Academy. We hooked you up. I think it was like a dollar or $10. We'll find out in the recording. And then I think 2 weeks later, was it you that called Leo or did Leo call you?
I think it was me who set up the meeting back with Leo,
I
and
think
I was
that's
like,
what it
oh
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. I was in the store, and then I called him, and he was like, oh yeah, let's do the package. I'm like, say that, let's go.
I remember that, dude. And then you invested a couple $1,000s for the one-on-one mentorship package. And then from there, this was a couple months ago, right? From there, you got connected with our funding guy, right? Our right-hand guy, Jacob. He kind of, what did he do for you? He got on a call with you, explained to you how funding works, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And bro, how old are you?
I'm 20.
And what's the most amount of money that you've had available at your disposal at one time? Not including now, obviously, but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess like a couple grand, 1,000, a couple grand, I would say, but
about
nothing of like 50,000 ever.
and now, well, you give it away, but how much do you have now available at your disposal?
50,000, which is
Bro,
wild.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Like think about it, bro. Most now here you're faced in a spot that's like, okay, you got to do it the right way, right? Because a lot of
Right.
people get people funded and they just freaking wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and they don't apply. So that's why I've been following up with you. And I was like, bro, you start going on module 3, start learning the SEO, start reaching out, start doing like research because now you got like a grenade. You want to be smart. Don't grab the 50K and invest it into Airbnb. That's the worst move you can make, right? I would say separate half, invest half, the other half, keep as a reserve, right? Because you know this, bro. And then we talked about this, and I talk about it in the program. And every Airbnb business, there's high seasons, low seasons, and average seasons, right? I know that here in Miami, in Florida, in the Florida market, I lose money in August and September. Why? Hurricane season, people go back to freaking school. The parents don't have enough capital to, take their kids to like travel. So, dude, there's a lot of different factors.
Right.
We got a hurricane a week ago, and we're getting another hurricane like in 2 days. So, bro, just back
Yeah.
back to back. So, that's what it's all about, bro. It's all about that. So, dude, your story is freaking amazing. Now you got 50 grand, 20 years old at your disposal, about to invest it into Airbnbs to start generating some cash flow, bro. So, what do you do right now, bro? What's like your just so you can tell like the audience, what's like your main occupation? How do you make your money? Where are you from? What state do you live in? Like, talk to me more about that, bro.
Right. So I grew up in Port Chester, New York, and like here it's like it's the right town. It's a good town. It's in between like Greenwich, Connecticut and New York, but like not like growing up, I was kind of like with the mindset of like, okay, I don't know like what I'm gonna do after high school, this and that. So I decided to go to community college, right? Just like to be safe, see what's going on, see how I like it.
Yep.
I did accounting and finance, and like to be honest, like I feel like people go to school and it's like it's not their passion. Like I
Yep.
don't feel like I'm not clicked like that. So I'm just there just to like, just to be in school and like as a general like requirement and like in my life or something like that. So I came across B&B know-how and like I'm really intrigued in it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like I'm increasing my financial literacy. And yeah, that's what I could like say.
Dude, the
What else?
night
What was
and
another
day
question?
difference from when I first met you and now is insane.
Oh yeah, of course.
Insane. I remember when I first met you, bro. You would I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you. You were like only showing the forehead, you like your forehead. It wasn't like your
Yeah, I
you
remember.
remember that?
Yeah, I broke through a lot of walls since then. Like a lot of confidence. I feel like
I can
before I was
tell.
kind of like just like in the corner, but now I'm like, all right, like life
You're
is
you're
coming to me
you're
differently.
more sure of yourself, bro. You got more
Yeah,
confidence. Dude, that's what it's all about, bro. A lot of people think, dude, I'm gonna join this and I'm gonna make money. Yes, of course you're gonna make money. You got a lot of capital to deploy, but the best transition, the best change that you can gain from investing in yourself, bro, is exactly what happened, the confidence, right? Because, bro,
yeah,
you met me when I was freaking 16, 17, dude. I was super insecure, super, more shy than you. Right. I was super like down bad. And then my mentor kind of taught me how to gain confidence. And that's who I am now. So that's the most valuable skill set in the world, bro. So
right.
I'm excited. What would you tell to someone that's on the fence? Let's say is where you were when you first, were on a call with my team. What would you tell someone like that?
I would say, as scary as it may be to jump, you have to jump. You just have to do it because if you just stay there on that cliff, you're gonna be comfortable. You don't want to be comfortable. You
Dude,
want to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. That's how you grow. That's how you try new things and you grow.
that's it, bro. That's it,
That's
dude.
all I say.
Dude, I freaking love it. So let's get right into it. I'm going to stop the recording here so we can get into the numbers and go over everything. And let's freaking go.